Okay, welcome back to the Friendsim thingy, which we would have already had played like several days ago or whatever, but I tried to play it on the phone, and then I didn't have enough storage space, so the app just deleted the recording instead of warning me that I had not enough storage space, and...
But hey, boy, we had such a fun time out in the sticks.
Yeah, so, okay, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to replay it or not, but also, I felt very bleh after losing the recording, so I'm leaning more towards the side of re-recording the route that we already did. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, well, let's do that.
I am totally invested in all that we do.
Anyway, we'll try to redo some of the, we'll try to recount some of the dialogue that got cut, I guess, if we can think of it.
I can't. Putting one foot in front of the other, you continue on through this strange alien world. Just when you think stuff is beginning to make sense, it all slips through your fingers and becomes even stranger and more alien. There does, however, seem to be one thing that remains constant through all planets and walks of life. That thing is friendship.
Dang, bro. Like, you normally sing it, you're normally like, friendship! And now you're just like, I'm Sasuke Uchiha, fucking
I am
emo.
Sasuke Uchiha.
Like just generic emo character.
Like just generic emo character.
You're just repeating everything that I say.
Everything that I say.
No, everything I say.
I say.
Now I say.
Say.
Aye. Anyway.
You are on the prowl for more.
Fucking greedy friendship hog.
It would have perhaps been wise to stay with one of your wonderful new friends until you are fully healed.
Yeah, like Sarava. Sarava was a great friend.
Or the artist lady, because they were much better.
I mean, they had a Healy thing, but...
They were fun. Sarava was just a druggie.
Excuse you! Do not insult my child like that. Anyway, so, Amicia kind of scares me. I don't know. She technically, for survival purposes, she may have been better. I don't know, man.
But as Martha Stewart said, visitors, whitefish begin to smell after 3 days. You are almost positive Martha Stewart said that.
I do remember in the last recording, I sat there and questioned who is Martha Stewart, and we had like a moment where you were trying to explain it to me, and I was like, yeah, she's like one of those, not the Batter Witch, but like one of those people who are vaguely similar to the Batter Witch.
I don't know. All I know is she has a vineyard.
Vineyard? It's a funny
vineyard.
It's a funny word.
She has a vineyard. Is that less funny?
Well, that's what I think that's how I pronounced it before, wasn't it? Or did I even say it before? I don't remember.
Nevertheless, you soldier on in your endless quest for companionship.
I'm referring to like whenever we played this before and the recording messed up. Did I say vineyard? Vineyard.
I don't know.
Vine? Whatever.
Vignette. Where will your travels take you next?
Okay, so, you know, it's funny on the app that they're just like this.
Yeah.
And I just clicked on her, but I did it really quickly, so it went like that. And it startled me. It, like, scared me.
So, who do we want? Skillet or Brony?
Brony. Anyway, well, you know, on Tumblr, I have people, like, vote on who they want me to play, and they voted on Skyla, so we're going Skyla.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going Country Girl.
As dawn approaches, you find yourself heading out on the big city and into the rustic outskirts. Outskirts? I don't know. The Akatsuki's? The Akatsuki skirts.
I feel like your narration wasn't as twangy before.
You're correct.
Okay.
Man, the sun sure is bright on this planet. It's rising over the crest of the distant hills, a huge fiery ball. The later it gets, the bigger and bigger it grows. Way bigger than you've ever seen the sun on Earth.
So your accent is so exaggerated in this one.
Do you want me to rein it in?
Maybe a little.
Okay.
Like not like.
What's that smell?
What is
Could it be
that?
your flesh beginning to sizzle? Fantastic!
Why are
You
you-
love the country!
Why are you French?
I don't know.
That's not reining that in. That's just changing it. That doesn't even make sense. Are you trying to go for something Louisianan? Louisian? How do you?
I can't speak Cajun. I'm from Mississippi. No wonder the nightlife scene's so active on Alternia. They're all nocturnal to avoid brutal daily roasting. You reach into your pocket for your cool new shades, but you appear to have left them in your friend's house. Fuck. Fuck.
It's just, am I gonna have a weird accent this time?
I don't
Did
know.
we lose our southernisms? That I feel like we did it pretty decently, like whenever we did it before.
I jumped right back into the way I was doing it before. What do you want?
Are you wait, just now or?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Look, I opened all over the top and very twangy, but just now I pulled it into not quite genteel, but more dignified, if I do say so myself.
I think it maybe was more genteel before.
Very well then. If that's how y'all want it.
I don't know, man. Just narrate. I don't know.
You gotta get yourself together. The recent physical trauma and excessive blood loss has you a little fuzzy. You weren't built for this wilderness survival shit.
It's like you were doing that
I was-
radio
I
thing,
was.
and then you
And then I lost
and then
it.
you went into Alien,
I lost
like auto-tuned Alien.
Yeah, I lost it.
You're starting to wish you had stolen a fucking Lamborghini or something instead of a spaceship.
What the fuck, man?
I don't know. We're serious! Let me get serious!
I still can't believe what's his face MSPA reader stole a freaking spaceship. Like, who does that?
Me.
Okay.
You have the right answer. This seriously ain't look good. This seriously ain't looking good. The city is too far away now for you to turn back, so you have no choice but to keep walking. Maybe you could find a cave or a hole in the ground. Maybe you can just cover yourself with grass. Grease would,
Grease.
grease
Yeah,
wouldn't help nothing right now.
Greece would be the best option. It would completely just the sun's rays would not be able to.
Yeah, because it's Alternian grease. It's special. You wish that someone had mentioned the Death Sun in between offering you alien meat products and calling you their muse. Off to your left in the distance, you catch sight of what might be the shimmer of sunlight on glass. A window? A solar panel? You could seriously clean up with the renewable energy on this planet. Should you change your trajectory and go toward the shimmer, it might be a mirage.
And get towards it. Onward and towards the mirage.
Okie dokie. You turn your aching, stinging meat sack toward the distant promising sparkle of safety and succor. You focus on just keeping upright, one step at a time. Just keep swimming or whatever. God, the sun. The sun, though. You need SPF 5 million for this nonsense. But then, almost like it has picked itself up to come scuttling to meet you, you suddenly find yourself in front of a long, low structure.
Should we like play this like we already know what's gonna happen because we played the one route.
Mm-hmm.
Should we play it as if we didn't know what was gonna happen?
I don't care.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I guess. I don't know.
Okay. You let out a yelp of anguish, pounding on the door. At least, you hope it's the door.
What in the world? Shiny.
The door opens and you fall inside with one of the most pathetic whimpers of your career. Blessed darkness closes in on you. From right beside you comes a sniffling yip, like some joker is making fun of your dire situation. Something warm and wet glides up your stinging cheek.
Hold on, lady. Give him some room.
A pair of hands help you sit up, gently. Your eyes haven't adjusted enough to make out more than a couple of shapes, one upright and one lower to the ground.
What were you doing out there? Can you stand?
Strong arms pull you to your feet. You wonder if everyone on this planet is strong or if you're just extremely flimsy. They guide you to a chair at the end of a long table. Everything's real long around here.
I just like, okay, we were playing on mobile before,
Yeah?
and I just noticed, because it was hard to tell, but their wall socket,
Yeah?
it's like, it's Y-shaped,
Yeah?
instead of like, it's just like one big hole or something.
Yeah?
What? Is that salt?
No.
How do you know?
Because it's green.
But, I mean, there's something green on it, but...
It's green. That's the only part you can see into. I know these things.
There's not just a decoration on the outside?
Nope. Stutteringly, you begin to explain yourself, that you are an injured, exhausted traveler who is ravenous for pals.
Well, bless your heart.
She just called you dumb.
But hold on a tick. Dinner's about to burn.
Now that your rescuer mentions it, you do smell something. It smells amazing.
Funny you should just blunder in here like that. I was just saying, wasn't I, lady? It's been so long since we had any sort of guests who weren't Imperial drones or out to rob us.
You rub at your watering, slowly clearing eyes, and then you look back at your rescuer finally comes into focus. And you have to wonder why they're having dinner in the middle of the day.
Okay. Well, because they're nocturnal.
Why are they even awake in the middle of the day if they're nocturnal? It's literally the middle of the day.
Is it the middle?
Pretty sure. Could be wrong, but I thought it was.
I think you would be dead by now if it was the middle of the day, wouldn't you?
Well, probably, but that's not the point.
Also, I like our house. It's kind of, I don't know. Kind of have like cousins that are kind of around here, like Granny's house or like.
Yes, it feels like a nice southern abode.
It's like the lamp is just slightly extra. But that's like the only thing I can see that's like out of place or whatever.
Honestly, I think the lamp really sells it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, that's the only thing that I can think of that isn't like straight out of somebody's house around here.
Yeah.
I think.
I guess I've only ever seen those in people's closets.
Yeah.
And that's not their houses. She's tall. Taller than anyone else you've met here, you think. Also, maybe a little older. Not that you're an expert in troll physiology, but she just has an air of knowledgeable competence. She's wearing a fringe jacket and holding up a plate.
Blech. I got distracted because I started thinking about the whole thing with the twig on her troll card thing. It says that it's passed down from her Lucius's mouth.
Yeah, so it's just her Lucius like bluegrass. What do you want?
Oh my god, it's bluegrass. I mean, it looks purple to me, but you know.
And also, it doesn't look like grass. But that's not
I
the
mean,
point.
a twig. I don't know. But I was headcanon that her Lucius was actually a purple blood somehow. I don't know. Anyway. There you go. Your oculars feeling any better? By the by, my name's Skylar. Pleasure to meet you. This here's Lady. Demon Dog!
She looks down, and at first you think she means the table. But then you look under the table at the giant monster dog looking up at you. You jolt so hard you almost fall backward out of your goddamn chair.
It's like the eyes make me think of... I swear, I still can't remember that book with the... It's like Star Wars or something, but it's like fan fiction, but it's officially published, and the guy, and he's like blue, and I thought he was a robot, and I don't know why I thought he was a robot, but...
Grand Admiral Mithron Nuruoda.
Okay, sure.
Grand Admiral Thrawn for short.
Yeah.
The best Mary Sue ever!
Mary Sue.
He's a Mary Sue and he's awesome!
You mean Gary Stu?
I don't give a crap.
So it's a well-written Mary Sue.
Yes!
That's fascinating.
It is. It's not David Xanatos levels of well written, but it's a close second.
Wait, so Xanatos is also a Mary Sue?
Yes.
Really?
Hell yes.
Really?
Okay, he's a rich playboy who has master plans that work out in his... Well, they don't technically know, because his shit goes awry a lot of the time, but it's like, even when his shit goes awry, it works out for him because He's got convoluted Xanatos level plans. Xanatos? You know, he has his own TV trope with his crazy ass planning around his plans about his plans.
I just like the scenes with him and his waifu because I don't know, they're sweet.
Yeah.
He's a villain who you're like, hey, if you were an evil person who is causing bad things to happen, I would root for you.
No, it's not like he's actually evil. It's more like just he's kind of selfish.
Isn't it like, wasn't there like some plot point where he was like causing the end of the world or something, and like, I forget, and he had a son and there was something, and it's all jumbled up in my head in cyberspace.
You're thinking of this weird thing when Puck sent Goliath into the future, and it's like spoilers.
Okay.
Spoilers for an 80s cartoon. What was that? No, that was 90s. Jeez, what am I thinking? Was it?
I don't know. Whoa there! No need for theatrics.
It looks a little like one of those lassie dogs, with the pointed nose, except enormous and pure white. Its barks practically shake the whole house.
It's like a collie, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Hey there, lady. No need to be rude. They've clearly had one hell of a time and they don't look dangerous. Just really peculiar. Besides, if they try anything, you and me can... If they try anything, you can... I don't want a repeat of last time where I literally got stuck on a sentence for like... Okay. Besides, if they try anything, me and you can take them.
Skylar puts her hand on her hips, staring you down with thunderous yellow eyes.
Right? No funny business, you hear?
You swallow and nod, trying to look unthreatening and obliging. Ready for anything. Ready for anything. For instance, friendship. You are so ready for that.
By the way, it mentions like her thundering eyes or whatever.
Yeah?
Okay, so I saw this post on Tumblr that was like talking about... I don't remember. It was like something about thunder thighs or something. Is that an insult?
No. Well,
I thought it was a compliment.
I guess it would depend on who you ask, I guess. It just means like a chick with like, you know, big thighs.
Like
Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
Yeah, so that's a compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, personally I'd say they go overboard with it, because Street Fighter is a very exaggerated art style that's kind of ugly in general, but...
No, I mean like in real life.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
Chun-Li was hot back in Street Fighter 2.
It confused me because the post was like, hey, don't feel bad if people call you Thunder Thighs, because I forget what their point was, but I'm like, what?
They're saying you have a wide tushy.
What does that have to do with your legs?
No, I'm not explaining nothing to you.
Oh, okay.
Skylar sets down the plate she's holding.
Here, have a grub cake. There's plenty.
That sounds gross as hell, but what's sitting on the plate looks and smells exactly like a normal pancake. Golden brown and crispy at the edges.
Why does she call it a grub cake if... Like, she's a vegetarian. Like, she wouldn't even have grubs in her cake, would she? But I just thought about, like, I assumed that since she was a vegetarian, that, like, her Lucius would be a vegetarian, but her Lucius is a dog, and dogs aren't typically vegetarians. I don't
Maybe she owns a pyramid and her dog sleeps under it.
That's not gonna make any sense to, like, anybody who watches this.
You don't know that. Your audience could be totally into pyramid power.
Pyramid power.
That's what it's called.
That just sounds like something from, like, one of those old, like, TV shows, like, what's, not Power Rangers, what's the stupid thing? Captain Planet? Pyramid power!
Oh,
or like
God!
Or like the thing with the two...
Listen.
The two people and they transform or whatever, twin powers activate. What?
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Yeah, uh-huh.
But last month, we totally forgot to take part in that stupid Russian pyramid experiment thing.
What?
There was a thing I told you about because I found out at the beginning of the month that was going to happen at the end of the month, where they're like, a guy gets in their fancy pyramid thing and just tries to reject ESP things out to the world. And you have to sign up to get the email, and we forgot to do the thing.
Dang.
It sucks.
Are they gonna do it again, or?
I don't know. It was a random channel I just randomly found. I don't even know who the hell they were. I mean, they were very official looking, but...
Sorry. There's boiled tree blood, too, if you like. That took me forever to figure out what the heck she was talking about. Like, he had to explain it to me. Tree blood.
Yeah, pasta.
What? No! Syrup! do you think that the trees have different colored syrup? Dude, that would be amazing!
Oh my god! Trees are trolls!
Also, churned dairy product.
She puts down a carafe of syrup and a dish of butter.
What the heck is a carafe?
I don't fucking know. Maybe it's a syrup jar. Man, everything here is really weird names. Skylar pours out a cup of some very familiar smelling liquid. Brown bean juice, you guess. Skylar raises an eyebrow.
No. Well, that's just coffee.
She sits down next to you.
I just realized he was trying to guess the troll name for it.
Yeah.
That went over my head before.
Why? Because you're too thinking that she had ESP and was reading his mind somehow?
Well,
just because I suggested it to you?
Well, yes, that, but also just... I don't know, I thought he was talking about, like, bean soup or something, and I'm like, why would she be serving you bean soup right now?
Because dinner.
But yeah, but they're having Why are they having pancakes for dinner? I mean, I'm
you
down.
You can always have breakfast for dinner.
I mean, I'm down for pancakes anytime, but just, that's a breakfast food. And this is a video game.
Breakfast for dinner is a southern tradition, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
I don't know. We do it every now and then.
We don't have any normal...
We used to do it when we did have normal.
Before the war.
All I remember is just...
The war on sanity.
All I remember is that we would just be in the kitchen and Dad would, like... He would just... There was flour everywhere and we'd make biscuits and just random everything. Just everything. Just random stuff made out of flour.
God, you're flashing back a lot farther than me.
Yeah, this was like...
Before the other war.
We were like... I was like 4 or 5. You were like 5 or 6.
The war on war. You're lucky.
No.
But you didn't even try the yet.
What even voice were you doing just now?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. You. Hey, wait. The lucky doesn't have another Y.
Ah, typo. Bitches.
You're lucky. You were only. Okay, that sounds stupid. I can't do it. You're lucky you were only out in... You're lucky you were only out in the light at dawn. Yeah, dawn. Sun. When the sun started rising.
Yeah.
So it wasn't noon.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody wants to be out in direct Alternian sunlight besides Jade Bloods. And no offense, but you certainly don't seem like any... Yeah. And no offense, but you certainly ain't any Jade Blood that I've ever seen. At first I thought you were some sort of mutated Lucius because you don't have any horns and you were grunting and yipping up a storm back there. You're an alien, right? Don't worry. I won't call the Jones. I'd best get used to being around aliens anyway. Seeing as how I'm gonna be seeing a whole mess of y'all come next week.
She laughs nervously. You aren't sure what she's talking about. Do you even need to specify anymore? It's just natural law at this point. Gravity, the conservation of energy, and you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Lady, would you mind drawing a bath for our guest? No offense, but you smell like you could use one.
You can't argue with that. You offer her a cautious smile. God, she's so nice and caring. But you've been burned before, and cut, and generally kicked around by fate. It's a tough world out there, but you want to trust Skylar. The lady takes a bucket in her muzzle and runs out into the yard, getting up on her hind legs and biting at the door latch to open it. It's adorable. The sun is high enough now that the whole landscape outside is washed in white. Oh God, the dog!
Oh, it's sweet of you to worry. Lucy are fine going out for a little while in daylight. The coach will reflect light or something like that, something to that effect. I am, like, before we were thinking, like, well, do you think they're blind? Because, like, they're solid white, and you know, like, those creatures that live, like, deep in caves and underwater, like, where it's, like, super duper dark, and they're just freaking albino, and they're blind, and sometimes they don't even have eyes, but they're just solid white.
Yeah?
Yeah. What if it's like that?
What if it is like that? What would that affect in the grand scheme of anything? How much will that change me as a person on this journey? That information.
What?
What do I need to know this for? Why are you wasting my time with it, man?
What?
We have people entertained! Stop being random!
Okay, fine. Whatever. Hold on. I don't really know how it works. I ain't exactly known for my scientific acumen.
You tell her that she seems pretty smart from where you're standing.
I forget what the heck is acumen.
Your accumulated information and knowledge that you have accumulated over time.
Right.
You shorten the accumulation down to acumen.
Right.
That amuses me now that I've noticed it.
Yeah. That little ding, like the ba ding.
Yeah. As cynical as you are becoming, you just can't help trying to be her friend. She's so nice and wow, really pretty. You want to bang so hard.
What? Hey, PG or whatever. 13 something. Well, I mean, I know it's a mature rated game, but I don't care. Anyway, can I just say, like, you know, on the phone, the music didn't sound like, it's like, okay, the music sounds like really westerny.
Yeah.
But on the phone, it sounded like all freaking like. It's like
what,
Japanese banjos or some shit.
Yeah, like, I forget what I compared it to. It was like...
Yeah, I can't remember.
To me,
but
it was like more Spanish than Western.
Yeah, it was like Spanish
think.
and Japanese mixed together, and it was weird.
Yeah.
But it sounds much more... Yeah, maybe there's just something wrong with my phone speakers or something.
That's probably correct.
Anyway.
Not that that's a requirement for friendship, but your retinas would have been way more scalded than they are to not notice that.
That's nice of you to say. But it wouldn't even really matter if I was a bona fide genius. Someone of my caste could never hope to rise up in the ranks. Best I can hope for is hauling crates on some cargo vessel.
Ranks? Cargo vessel? You swallow your bite of grub cake, ready to ask her if she is thinking about joining the military. But just then a swell of noise erupts from outside the house. Shouts, crashes, and ladies' frantic barks. Skylar gasps and launches herself out of her chair, knocking over the hair of syrup. It oozes across the tabletop in a sticky wave.
Oh no! Not now!
What the hell is going on?
Bandits! Goddamn Lucius thieves!
You don't get the chance to ask anything else before Skylar careens toward the door, throwing up an arm and blazing white light pours in. Oh God, she's going outside to burn up. She isn't thinking straight. You gotta do something. Stop her. Help her. Are we ready to do what we did before?
No, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Alright. I'm excited.
Cause like oh. Yeah, okay.
Skylar is bigger than you, and she has the strength of both desperation and a superior genome, so you don't feel great about your chances. But you have to try. Skylar's too upset to be careful. You have to stop her from hurting herself. You stumbled into her house all gross and pathetic and alien, and she didn't turn you away. She gave you pancakes, for Christ's sake. Grub cakes. Whatever. And it isn't just the sun. From the number of voices, there's gotta be 20 people out there. She doesn't stand a chance. You run up behind her and hook your arms under hers, hauling her back by the armpits. She struggles, jabbing her elbow into your aching ribs.
Let me go! You don't understand! They'll take her! Lady!
You hold her grimly on, going limp and using gravity and your own dead weight to pull her down to the floor. Through wheezing breaths, you tell her that she can't go out there. Didn't she just tell you that you'd never have survived if it had been later than dawn? You probably aren't making much sense, but you would keep up a stream of worthless bullshit until something catches. Would your Lucius really want this for you, Skylar? Would Lady really want you to sacrifice yourself for her? Skylar goes rigid, and then all the fight just drains out of her like blood down a drain. She sags back into your arms. The two of you watch Lady thrashing in a huge black net as several of the figures haul her away.
Now we're gonna... What is it called? What is it called when you go and you chase bandits down and you beat them up? Stakeout?
That's when you go wait on them to see if this... You go wait and spy and wait on them to, like... Wait on the bad guys to get together and prove themselves to be bad guys so that you can officially call in reinforcements and arrest them.
Well, whatever, we're gonna go beat them up.
The sun is too bright to see them clearly, but they appear to be herding more white creatures out of a paddock and into the collection of vehicles.
How the heck are they able to be out there?
They're Jadebloods. What?
Okay, first off, that's disturbing. Second of all, that... That... Oh my god. That kind of explains something, but in a disturbing way. And
Cool.
But, what was I... Something about... I don't know. Nighttime, we're gonna go beat him up. What? Blech. Sorry, one sec. The herd.
She says it so quietly, you feel it more than hear it.
The herd.
Very nice. Your acting skills are on point. My bro.
Okay, wait. I wasn't paying attention. Did they steal more animals?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not just a lady.
Right.
So she does have other she raises cattle or something.
It seems to be the case.
Okay.
You continue to watch as Lady is packed into one of the vehicles and they drive away, kicking up clouds of dust that glimmer in the brutal sun.
Why did they take Lady and not just the herd?
'Cause assholes.
Wow. You can let me go. I'm not gonna throw myself out in the daylight like a romance novel heroine.
You realize just how tight you're holding on to her and loosen your arms, pulling away and sitting up. Skylar's cheeks are wet with tears, but she quickly shakes her hair into her face to hide it. That makes your heart hurt. You want to tell her that everything's going to be okay, but you make it a point not to lie to your friends. You've absolutely no idea how it's going to be. And before you can say anything at all, she gets up and disappears through a door and further into the house. Literally. You decide to mind your own business. Well, you do try the door, but it's locked. Best to keep occupied and do what you can for her. First, you shut the door to keep that sweltering heat and blinding sunlight out. Then you tidy up the kitchen a little.
What? You okay?
Yes.
Just,
I yawned.
it was so suddenly, and I'm just like, oh, are you tired? Would you like to sleep?
No, not at all. It's only 11:30 at night. Then you tidy up the kitchen a little. Everything here is oddly textured and colored. The shape's unusually organic. Some of it is worryingly scuttly and alive. You do your best. You mop up the syrup and straighten the chairs. You're just about to figure out how to get the sink to spit out some water onto the dirty dishes when Skylar comes back out. Her eyes are dry and her hair is combed back out of her face.
Don't you worry about that. I expected her to have like her hair in a ponytail because they said her hair was combed back.
Yeah, honestly.
You're gonna break something.
She plays with one of her beaded bracelets with nervous little fidgets of her fingers.
I could never have taken those fellas by myself. Especially not in broad daylight. I want to thank you for stepping in and stopping me. I was overwrought.
You nod, accepting her thanks. She doesn't seem overwrought anymore, just numb. Wow, this is actually a legitimately terrible situation. Not even in a dumb, zany way like all the other horse shit that's happened to you recently. You wonder who those guys even were.
Lucius thieves. They've come before, but always at night and never in such large numbers. So Lady and me could always take 'em. I never expected anything like this. Them to come out in force like this in the middle of the day?
She sits down at the table, putting her elbow in a patch of syrup you missed. You offer her the dishcloth and notice several little discolored patches on her arm. It looks like she got burned from just having her arm out the door for like a minute and a half. You're really glad you didn't let her go out there. You've endured a lot of heinous shit on this short span on this planet. Injuries, and lots of added insults to those injuries. But the time you spend with Skyla waiting for the sun to go down is some of the worst and most hopeless. You don't know what to say to help her. You aren't actually her friend. You aren't even the same species. The Troll-Lucius relationship is a little confusing, but they seem to be some combination of caretaker and pet. More symbiotic than parent and child. Finally, it gets late enough to venture outside, and you follow Skyla out to the empty paddock. There's nothing out here but a broken fence and trampled ground.
Lots of kids lose their Luci. Bleh. It's just a part of life. I would have been heading out into the ordeals next sweep anyway. I never would have seen her again. But at least I would have gotten the chance to say goodbye, you know?
It's kind of a bummer how resigned everyone on this planet seems to terrible things happening. Then again, you guess that's sort of true on your planet too. Existence. Just a goddamn mess. You try and give her the most understanding look you can. Just a really good and supportive friend face. You're killing it. But Skyla isn't paying attention to your glowing facade. She's reaching into her jacket and pulling out her phone.
What the hell? Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, distracted. My palm husk is blowing up. Oh god.
Skyla drops her phone in the dirt and claps a hand over her mouth. Her eyes sparkle with tears. You pick it up, it's kind of squishy and squirms in your hand a little, which you don't love. You also don't love what's on the screen. It's a troll in a mask, holding a gun on Lady, who's still in that net, barring her teeth. The gun looks fake, kind of like a Nerf gun. You bet it's not a Nerf gun. The photo is accompanied by more of that spiky text you can't read.
How come Joey can read the text, but MSPA reader person can't?
Because MSPA reader isn't playing Homestuck? I don't fucking know.
Is it because they're a chess piece person?
The fuck are we talking about?
Never mind.
Hey, how can you understand the Alternian spoken language but not the written? You decide not to think about it too hard. Waste of time. Also, there's like a very clear difference between writing and actual language. It's not at all the same.
Yeah. Some languages actually sound very similar, but the writing is just like, what the heck is this? What are these symbols? Like French! Can you even French?
I cannot even French.
Why do they have so many vowels?
I can't even follow French subtitles whenever I'm listening. The subtitles are in French. I can't follow them while the person is speaking French.
They have like silent T's and stuff. It's stupid.
I got too much English DNA in me to understand all the French.
Anyway. Wait, did you already read this?
Yep.
They sent a ransom demand. They say that if I can't pay this, they say if I can't pay this, they'll sell her. Whatever. Troll Lucia are valued for their strength all over the galaxy. Eris knows about the black market, but she doesn't do anything about it. She just takes a cut.
You ask her how much the ransom demand is for, as... I wasn't doing the accent. You ask her how much the ransom demand is for, as if you have a penny to your name. It's not like you've got a very wealthy friend or two at the moment.
Like, 2 wealthy friends, 1, like, super popular internet friend, just... You can get Sarava to make a call-out post or something, donation thing. You can get the blue-blooded girls to pay the ransom. Or heck, you could have, Amicia act like she's gonna pay the ransom. They all meet up they're gonna pay it. Amicia just kills them and uses them for paint. I mean, seriously, so many options you have right here at your disposal. Disposal. Right here.
If only you weren't a shitty MS Paint character.
Like, seriously, didn't Sarava give you a phone? Didn't any of your friends give you a phone? Like, cause Sarava, like...
The word is palm husk.
Whatever. And, like, cause you're all like... Friggin... Sarava made you their internet buddy, and yet you don't have a phone? What's up with that? What's up with that? God.
She tells you a number that sounds stupidly large, even without knowing the exchange rate to Earth money.
They're just mocking me. They know a Bronzeblood can't afford this. They just want to force me to fail her one more time.
Her voice breaks on a sob. You reach over and put your hand on her arm. She looks at you with big watery eyes, and you brace for her to fall into your arms, sobbing. You're actually kind of hoping for it.
MSPA reader is a shithead.
Kind of a creep.
Yeah, I mean,
granted,
okay,
the thoughts come. It's just a thing that happens, but still.
Just the way it's phrased is just like, I don't know. Like wanting to hug them to help them is good, but MSPA reader just they just will not shut up about friendship. So you can't help but feel like they're being manipulative here, you know?
Yeah, especially since they find her attractive. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Amos Paint guy's got ulterior motives here.
Yeah.
Not that you're the type to want to profit off another's pain, but you're pretty sure that offering comfort in a time of crisis is a first-class ticket to Friendsville.
Shut up before I punch you through the screen.
Instead, Skylar gives you a hard shove backwards. You take 2 stumbling steps and fall on your ass. Something squishes underneath you. A cow pad or something alive? You're not sure which you'd prefer, honestly.
Sorry. I didn't actually push you that hard. Your species just seems pretty flimsy. I don't want sympathy right now. Especially not from you.
Just stands framed between the 2 moons. Some trick of perspective making her look just as distant and just as sad. Not that moons are inherently sad. Whatever. That's not the issue right now. Had Skylar been lying to you before when she said she didn't blame you? She'd even thanked you for stopping her from killing herself.
No, I don't blame you. I just can't stand the sight of you. Looking at you just reminds me of losing Lady, and I don't think that'll ever change. Sorry. I really was hoping we could be friends. It's been a really long time since I've had anybody out here that goes on 2 legs instead of 4. But I just don't think it's gonna work out. If you start walking now, you can probably make it to the city before sunrise. Or there's a Jade Blood colony nearby if you want to inflict your personal brand of assistance on them. Bye.
You leave with your proverbial tail between your legs, and the last glimpse you get of Skylar, she's standing next to the empty paddock, staring at the ground. Game over.
Okay, but you seriously have so many options at your disposal, you moron.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go do the thing where you know, it's nighttime, which I know nighttime on Alternating is essentially daytime, but you know, whenever you're out at night and it's just a country, what's it, western? It's a western cliche where you go out at night and you go and you hunt the bad guys, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
And you go and you beat them up and you lasso them and you know?
That is what I was expecting. So kudos to the writers for surprising me, I guess. Though, unless I miss my guess, I think the way to get the happy ending here really is to, like, not go towards the house, and you'll probably stumble across the bandits and screw them over by accident.
Dude, what? Dang it, stop it. Stop. I'm
What?
bumping something.
That's what I bet's gonna happen.
That is weird. That also makes me very scared because I figured, we should, go to the, like, help her beat them up or whatever. Like, because that was the other option.
Yeah. I mean, of the two, mine makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
Because yours is like, go die in the sun. Immediately.
Yeah.
Mine is, go wander before the sun gets too high up, and then who knows what'll become of you.
Yeah.
In fact, you probably get... They probably mistake you for a weird-ass Lushai, capture you,
Oh my
and then
gosh.
she rescues you, and
Dude.
then blah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna find out next time, because this video is probably really long, because we kept stopping, because I kept rambling, and yeah.
Because that's our style.
I'll see you guys next time as we do the other endings for Skyla.
Yeah.
Bye!
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.